Drug and alcohol addiction. A way out. A man is only changeless in spiritual essence. In physical manifested form, he changes every minute of every day. You are not the same person today that you were yesterday, and you will be different tomorrow. Everything you learn, every experience you undergo, changes you further. Your personal growth mostly tends to be in the direction of your thoughts and imagination. Both are far-reaching and can greatly influence perception of reality as well as goal realization. Simply put, by making the right decision, by taking a mental position and not retreating from it, you can grow into anything you are capable of visualizing. It is this power, the power to determine the direction which you will grow, that is the divine authorization to each man to change his life as he sees fit. While the universe is run by God, a man may grow in the direction he chooses. This is his inner power, his God-given birthright. Few men exercise it, all men should. Life is not perfect. In fact, as you wander through the murky water of life, you are bound to encounter a lot of pains, angst, and frustration. Some explainable, most unexplainable. How you handle these inherent life flaws greatly influence your quality of life. Some of us handle it pretty well and turn out great and fulfilled. However, a vast majority of us take to drug and alcoholism in a bid to escape such existential angst and deep psychological frustration brewed in our subconscious, resulting from self-guilt, loneliness, and a feeling of being unloved. Overindulgence in anything good or bad brings addiction. Addiction has consequences, both health-wise and in your personality. In fact, addiction can fundamentally mar the quality of your life. For instance, alcoholic beverages taken in excess are bound to put undue strain on the kidney and liver. Hard drugs such as heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine cause psychological and mental problems to users over time. Our health institutions are filled with people who have poisoned their bodies with excesses, be it drugs or alcohols, whom through overindulgence have pushed themselves into the shadows where there is no hope, who knowingly or unknowingly succumb to addiction and are now facing the consequences. But is there a way out of the cancer called addiction? The answer is yes. First, you need to recognize that everything in life is about moderation. For instance, a moderate amount of liquor can help shake off the effects of fatigue. An addict is like an extremist. An extremist does not fear God. But being addicted to something implies that your love for that thing supersedes self, which is an error because self is supreme. A way out for an addict, however, is not an abrupt abstinence, since this will create a void which they may try to compensate for through other addictive behaviors such as overeating and overindulgence in sexual activities. In fact, over time, hypochondriac phobias and compulsion may occur. This is because abrupt abstinence only removes the symptom while the underlying causes remains. Until you have learned the great lesson that pain is merely a signpost indicating that you are wandering off the track of truth, you shall continue in futility to find it while also struggling to learn reality of it, and by so doing, bringing more of it into your existence. Once you have come to the realization that all pain, physical, mental, psychological, and emotional proceed from errors in thinking, you are well on the way to live a life filled with vigor, abundance, and joy. And as such, you have taken a great step towards unity of consciousness with the universal subconscious mind. Moderation attains to all things to him who has been introduced to the center of consciousness of God. No uncertainty nor at the foundation of their beings, but they rise in eternity. Confusion has no place in their mind because they see the goal of life, because one with it take it unto themselves as their own purpose. Addiction in physical train creates emotional imbalance. Fear, hate, and insecurity raise in the subconscious of every person who flees his demon down the murky roads of alcoholism, drugs, overeating, another frantic search for pleasure and acquisition. The fear of alcoholism and drugs, just as the cure for any psychological disorder, is the reorientation of the spiritual self of the individual to where he no longer is focused on his own narrow life, dislike, hates, love, hopes, ambition, and desire, but rather take on a larger spiritual identity, a sense of self that is deeper, wider, and all-encompassing. A new sense of self, being that sees the old self as a thing apart, almost as another person, and is touched with compassion for it while also anxious to aid it in its struggles. This psychological resurgence, this spiritual rebel watches away all sin and guilt, watches them clean in such a manner that they never can return. For the divine has entered into the soul and possessed it, made it an instrument of his presence, power, and perfection, and no finite thing may touch it, no sorrow, no pain, no defeat. The man who achieves spiritual union with his Creator has made for himself a heaven where there is internal joy, where the breathing of life do not penetrate, and no matter the state of flux about him, no matter the strife he is involved in, a part of him remains always in a state of absolute repose and utter calm. This is the cure not only for alcoholism, but for all human disorders. However, to attain this level of consciousness, you need to realize that nothing in life can be gained without giving up something else. A sensitive scale is evident throughout the universe, and the balance is always maintained. You can't hold on to anything permanently, but even life itself is fleeting and can be gone any minute by the puff of illusion smoke. Always be prepared to let go. Also, for all your action, remember there are consequences, and why success is mostly a product of repeated failure. Some failures are avoidable by taking appropriate action when necessary so as to eliminate self-guilt or blames resulting from such failure. Having faith is also vital as it puts things in perspective and as such reduces every problem to its proper size. To be alive is to know fear, but to really live is to conquer that fear. Alcoholic and drug addiction is most often a result of fear. The only way to conquer fear is through discovery of your higher self. Your higher self is the work you have to do in the physical world to contribute to humanity. You have to, and must, as a matter of fact, manifest your higher self, or else you won't live a happy and fulfilled life, irrespective of your material position and account balance. Manifestation involves bringing your idea, concept, vision, and dreams from your inner world, subconscious mind, into your outer world, where you can experience them with your physical sense, and by so doing, contribute to the world. Now remember, if you don't channel your resources or money to developing your skills or talent and that of others to fulfill your higher self, the universe will create an avenue where that money will be spent uselessly, maybe in alcoholism or drug abuse, among many other reckless lifestyles. Thank you. Know thyself.